I am so excited to bring you some last minute spiritual gifts. I tried to actually post this last week on my podcast and it was not working. So if you are listening to this, you know it is meant to be, and you are one of them that needs to hear about these spiritual gifts. I'm going to break down some really cool gifts that you can get from 8 different stores. Some of them are online and some of them are in person, so you don't have to worry too much about them getting here in time for Christmas. Now, these are going to be for spiritual peeps in your life, okay? Maybe it's going to be your daughter or even your son. Maybe it's going to be like your bestie, your sister, your mother. However, I do want you to think about which ones that you would love, because these might be places that you get gift cards from over the weekend, or maybe it's just going to be some ideas that come to you and you're going to spoil yourself. All right, so I know I'm excited because I cannot wait to see if this actually loads, because I was going to Spirit. I was like, why wasn't this able to be recorded and then, scheduled and everything else for my podcast last week? And it finally hit me that I think that they wanted me to be able to show you these items, which is the reason why that you can find this as a video on YouTube, just in case you want to follow along, because I have some of the items here, not all of them, but I do have some of the items here that you could actually see. And either way, the items will be in the show notes. So give me a little bit to be able to put all of those together. But if I'm missing one, then definitely reach out to me at heatherdaniellemedium@gmail.com. Alrighty, so the very first place, and if you watch my Instagram stories, then you probably heard of some of these. All right, for the very first place is going to be Five and Below. So we're here in Michigan. I'm not sure if they're everywhere, but what they are is a store. It's a chain where everything is $5 and below. Some things I do notice are $5, but for the most part, everything is $5 and below. Now they have some amazing things. One of my favorite things that they have there are these really cool incense, and they are tarot or chakra colored, and it's just so cute. The little box that it comes in is so pretty, and I believe they come in packs of like 8 or maybe even 10. Love those to death. They also have sage and palo santo, and my location actually had a tarot card deck, and you think about it, $5, that's really a good deal. I wasn't drawn to the tarot card deck, but you might be. So definitely keep your eye on that if you're shopping there. They also have chakra books, and actually comes in like a 2-pack. So I don't really know what's inside of them. But hey, it's amazing. And honestly, at that price, it'd be a great stocking stuffer. And they have meditation pillows, or pillows that you can use as a meditation pillow. They also have smudge kits. So this is going to include, maybe some sage, maybe a candle, maybe it's Palo Santo. And it's really cool how they have like a little baby kit. So just keep your eyes for that. It's going to be near where the Palo Santo and the sage is. Now the Palo Santo, they come in about 5 sticks, and they're actually color coded. So they're color coded with the chakras. And it's really cute too, because it looks like they just painted some paint on the bottom of the Palo Santo, but I think it makes it look a little bit more cuter. And another thing they have too are these rune cards. And so if you don't know what runes are, they are amazing. I was reading them a long, long time ago, and they actually have this ginormous like guidebook that will help you learn the runes if that's something that you're interested in, and then also some really cool artwork on the cards. So this would be really cool for someone who is wanting to get to know runes, or maybe wants a different kind of deck other than, the same old oracle or tarot cards. I love that. And like I said, all of those are 5 and below. They also do have a website too, but I don't know if you can order off of that. So they also have crystal sets too. Is that insane? It's so cool. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And then what I was thinking too is that you can create a little like spiritual kit. And, maybe one is like about the chakras. So you get the incense with the chakras, and then the Palo Santo that is coordinating with the chakras, the chakra books together. And then maybe you can add just a little bit of your own touch, maybe a couple little candles and that kind of stuff. It would be so great. I know that the person you're thinking about right now will love them. All right. The next one, we are going to go to Hay House. Okay, everybody should know about Hay House. Okay, so Hay House is where they publish all sorts of amazing spiritual books. Like, that is what they do. Okay, Gabby Bernstein is from there, James Van Praagh, John Holland, Lisa Williams, all these amazing people. So I have some of the card decks that I have gotten from there. So if you haven't gotten any of Colette Baron Reed's decks, I love her decks. Love them, love them, love them. She is like the Oracle card queen. of Hay House. And if you haven't tried Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light decks are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's all I have to say about her. That they also have, a lot of times, the card deck actually has a corresponding book. So watch out for that. So, what is it? Light is the New Black is Rebecca's book. And then she has Work Your Light oracle cards. So then you can make a little bundle, if you will. I also love these by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. They are the mediumship training deck. So if you know anybody who is opening up to their gifts, that would be a great deck. Now, Kyle Gray, if you don't know about him as well, he's kind of like the angel whisperer. I feel like he's kind of taken over for Adoring Virtue in Hay House. And Talking to Heaven by James Van Prague. You can get those too, and those are for people who really want to either practice their mediumship or they want to practice talking to their past loved ones. Now, Hay House doesn't just have card decks. They have amazing books. They also have some really cool courses, and they even have some movies like Heal Your Life. They also have a subscription box too, and I'll show you about that later, but they're sold out of that right now. But what it is that every month they will send you, a couple card decks and some goodies and things like that. So that's something to keep in mind, especially if you know someone who has a birthday, after Christmas and that would like it, or maybe it's going to be you. And one more thing though about Hay House, they do have a lot of cool courses and stuff. The only disclaimer I'll put with that is that there is a mass following with Hay House and with the publishers and the people who work for Hay House, and it's huge. So you may not get as tight of support, as close a support as you would maybe from someone else's course with a smaller following and that kind of thing. But so far, I believe I've taken a few courses from there. I did really enjoy them. All right, now we are going to Barnes & Noble. Ooh, Barnes & Noble is like freaking blowing my mind. They have so many awesome card decks. It went from one little section to a ginormous section. It is blowing up, okay? And I think it's a great place to really feel if you're connected to the cards. So maybe you see them online, but you're really not sure. You can go into Barnes & Noble, and more than likely they will have a lot of those card decks, okay? And what's really neat is they have a lot of Hay House decks. However, they have a lot of really unique decks. And a couple of the decks that I want to show you now, you are not going to find in the oracle card section or the tarot card section of Barnes & Noble. You're going to find these near where the journals are or where the like little baby gifts are, kind of like near the toys. And that is the Spiritual AF card deck. Now, this is going to be for those with a sense of humor. This is going to be for those who are, they just like funny things. They don't mind swearing, because this card deck it's just so much fun. So if you have not heard of this card deck, you definitely have to Google it. Or I have done some readings with this card deck because it's for sassy people. All right. And they also have Grateful AF. Ooh, like these two, but they're not as really fun as the other one, but these are still really, really good. Grateful AF, they're both by Knock Knock. So love those. And I also got the Colette Baron Reid matte card decks from there, from Barnes & Noble. And the reason why I bring that up is because Colette Baron Reid, you can get them at Hay House too, but I really felt guided to them when I went to Barnes & Noble years ago and I got the map deck. And when I brought them home, I really didn't like them. However, I went ahead and I practiced more with them and I gave them a chance and I just fell in love with them. So that's the reason why that I wanted to tell you that I actually got those from Barnes & Noble, because the same thing may happen to you. I was so close to taking them back and I'm really happy that I didn't. Okay, so now we are going on to Amazon. Now, I did post, a blog with like 15 spiritual gifts to get from Amazon. So you can definitely look up those, because these are ones are going to be some that I'm telling you that are a little bit different. And some of these, if not all of the things that I brought up to you so far, could probably be found on Amazon. So if you have like the 2-day shipping of Amazon Prime and you really like something that I talked about, you should be able to find it on Amazon and be able to get it quicker if you wanted to. So definitely check out my blog. I will leave it in the show notes for those 15 items. And I'm going to tell you a couple more things that you can get from Amazon that are so amazing. First off is going to be the astrology dice, but I cannot for the life of me find my astrology dice anywhere. So the astrology dice is a 12-sided dice that actually has a different, zodiac signs on each piece. And then you can do readings with these dice. Oh my gosh. So it's going to be definitely for somebody who is into astrology. Like I can barely understand them, like, but I really want to practice with them. So definitely keep that in the forefront of your mind for any astrology lovers or someone who's getting into the zodiac, especially if you have like a daughter or a son who's really getting into like that compatibility. Oh my gosh, like Libras don't go with Capricorns and that kind of stuff. That would be so great and so much fun for them. Just like a little extra accessory. They also have really cute Buddha wallpaper art, and they also have like really cool sets where you can get some sage and some crystals and yada, yada, yada. So nice. A lot of times, though, you're going to be paying more than if you would just get them individually. But man, to save on some time, then, it's worth the money. For me, it is. And a lot of times they usually do package it really, really cute. So that's something to think about. They also have really cool pillows, and sometimes they have just like the outside part of the pillow, if you know what I'm talking about, and then you can stuff it yourself. But no, they have some really cool like mandalas and all sorts of cool ones. And here's something that I got from Amazon that I love, and it is my little sheet for my card deck, and for my card spread, I should say. And it actually has on it, it's a really kind of cool design, but then it has little rectangles where you place your cards, and that is your card spread. So it's like your card spread on this little card mat. And I got this from Amazon. I love it. It says, "The naked heart holds the secrets to our soul." Just love it so much. So they have really cool card mats. So I love that. So you should check that out. All right. I know we're going kind of fast, but keep on with me. All right. Oh, I think I'm going to say the dollar store for last because that is a really good one. All right. We are going to go with Sage Goddess. So if you don't know Sage Goddess, it is like an amazing spiritual online store. And they are really known, at least to me at first, for crystals, 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 crystals. That is the go-to place. And I've heard really great things about crystals. I believe that's the only thing that I have from them. But they have some really cool things as well, including, of course, courses and stuff like that. So you can always gift those. They also have some really cool grounding bracelets as well. And they have ritual sets. And it's really cool. So if you want a moon, new moon or a full moon ritual set, they have you covered. But the thing is, they're kind of expensive. So you might want to like look at the, contents of it and then see what you want to do. If you want to buy it or not, or if you want to try and see if you can piece together your own little new moon or full moon kit. And they also have some really cool like mala beads. And I didn't get any mala beads from there. I got them at the next place that we're going to be talking about. But definitely check out Sage Goddess if you haven't. All right, we're going to do another one of the online stores, and that is Etsy. So Etsy is pretty amazing for a lot of different things and a lot of unique gifts. And I got my beautiful white mala beads. I forgot actually what kind of stone my mala beads are, but I got it from there. And what I love too is that I can wear it as a necklace, I can wear it as a bracelet, and then when I meditate, I can go ahead and use them during my meditation practice. And oh my gosh, I just love it. And it's really high quality with the mala beads. And they also have some really pretty what are they called? Dream catchers and sun chimes, and they have crystals on them, and they're just so beautiful. And it's something small that someone could have in their house or right outside of their house, and it's not too woohoo or spiritual. So I think a lot of people that would absolutely love that. And they also do readings. So there are people who do readings on Etsy. And one really cool one that my friend gifted me off Etsy was a past life reading. And so I thought that was like very entertaining. It was very fun. Now, I don't know the accuracy rate of the readers on Etsy and things like that. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. And if you do order like a reading off of Etsy, what I would do is just make it for entertainment purposes only, at least until you get to know the reader and stuff. But with my friend gifting me the past life reading, like that was just like fun. And it was like really cool. And then she got one, and then we got to be able to, compare our past lives. And it was just kind of something that was fun. It's a little more cheaper. And I don't know, she sent a voice clip of it, and it was a lot of fun. So that could be something that you and your bestie might like to trade or to try out. Ooh, man. So we got Five and Below down. We also have Barnes & Noble down, Hay House down, Amazon down, Sage Goddess down, Etsy down, and now we are on to our last two. So maybe I only have 7. I don't know. We shall see. So Uncommon Goods. So if you don't know about Uncommon Goods, it is amazing. It is a website and they have really cool, unique gifts. And believe it or not, they actually have readers on there too. Isn't that crazy? So look it up. They even have things that are not spiritual, by the way. So a lot of their stuff is not spiritual, but they have some really cool spiritual items. In fact, I want to tell you about one that's called The Light in the Mist, and it's a tarot card game. So it's about this girl who got lost and you have to try and find her. And the only thing that you have is, I don't know, like her backpack and tarot cards. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cool. That is so unique. I definitely want to try that. They also have yoga dice too. So kind of like what we talked about with the 12-sided astrology dice off of Amazon, they actually have yoga dice. And I believe it's a 7-sided dice. And then you go ahead and you cast them and you see which poses you should do and things like that. They also have fortune telling candles. And so what that is that there is a fortune within the candle. So you have to burn it in order to get your fortune. And I actually got this for, well, me and my husband, because I thought it was a lot of fun. And it's called the Mind, Body, and Soul, the game for any couple. And it's a chakra game. And it says heal your chakras with your lover. But it's just really, really cool because you basically answer these questions and stuff and you try to unlock all of your chakras. So each like card, if you will, has a different color that corresponds to that chakra. And then once you get around the board, you should have opened up all of your chakras. And I really thought it was a really cool like bonding game. And if your spouse isn't really into the woohoo and that kind of thing, this might be a perfect way to start because chakras are not too woohoo. You know, you can go ahead and look up like the Indian culture and things like that. Like, you know, in that area, they have been working with chakras like forever and they're not too woohoo. It's energy centers in the body. It's like, I don't know, it's probably proven by now. Okay, so those are some cool things from Uncommon Goods. And now we are going to the dollar store. Oh, yes. The dollar store is like, wow, they have stepped up their game. In fact, now they're like at the $1.25 store. But anywho, they have a lot of candles. They have like namaste candles, you know, and some locations even have the different colors of the chakras on the candles. So look out for that. If not, they have some of those pillar long candles that would be great for rituals, would be good for your meditation area. Your little altars would be amazing. They also have incense. They have incense burners. They have the ones that are cones. They have the wax melts, and they have like the whole entire setup. So you can really create a really, really cute, you know, altar area, meditation card area. You can really create something fun out of it. They also have some really cool artwork with really cool quotes on it too. And definitely look at the decal section because then you can kind of spice up that art a little bit and hang it on the wall and it just be, man, so much style for so little. Okay, and here's something else too that I thought was really neat. They actually have astrology books. And so they have an astrology book for every zodiac sign. And so the 2023 ones you can find only at some locations, but you can definitely see the ones from the year before, 2022, and then you could actually see if it's accurate or not. So of course I have Scorpio because my son is a Scorpio, but then they have the Libras, they have all of it. And I can't believe this is from the dollar. And then you go inside of the book and it breaks down August, September, like all the months, and it gives you a little bit of insight to your health, work and money, love for singles, and love for couples. And then it just keeps on going with so much information. And like I said, it is wow for just $1. Now, I think that concludes my amazing little list that I have. And I don't know how many stores that was. Hopefully it was 8. If not, I'm sorry if it was only 7, but I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got some really cool gift ideas. And guess what? I'm going to see you on Sunday for a special coffee and cards, but don't worry, you don't have to make it live. I'm going to leave you with that, and I will talk to you soon.